Hey guys, welcome back to Rimworld, and I thought what I'd do is have a go on the new updated version. Now, I think it's been a couple of weeks, or maybe even longer, but I turned it on, and lo and behold, in the choose scenario section, there is what's called Naked Brutality. You underwent an anesthetic for a minor surgery. Now you've awoken in a drop pod, crashed into a distant planet. You're naked, alone, and totally unprepared. Can you survive? Warning, there is nothing fair about this scenario. It's extremely difficult, and death can happen for any reason. Right, so I think we should give this a go, and I thought what I'd do is record some footage of me playing it and do a series of episodes on my second YouTube channel, which I haven't put a lot of content on recently, but I thought this could be a good way back into that, and see if the series works. It could be 3, 4, 5 episodes, but we'll just have to see how it goes. It could be totally difficult. We'll go with rough, rather than savage, because this is the first time I've played this scenario. What should we go with? Phoebe, Randy, or Cassandra? Let's go with Randy, random. I quite like the random. It feels more natural to me as far as scenarios go. We won't go with merciless mode, but we'll kind of randomise it. What should we put here? Naked. Rainfall, normal, global coverage. We'll up that to 50. I don't do a lot of exploring outside my my little location, but who knows? I might do. So let's generate this. So here's the world. Let's have a look. Now, I'm inclined not to go too difficult. Remember, I'm naked. And I just don't know how this mode's going to play out. So for the first one, maybe I'll go temperate, boreal. We go down to -10. Let's have a little look here. River and mountain. We don't want too much mountain. That one there. Bit of a mountain, river, and a boreal forest. Let's just check the advance. We'll make sure we've got large. Auto starting season. I don't. Let's start in the spring. That seems fair enough, and then we will generate the map. I'm going to look at these, and then when I find one, I'll come back. Okay, so it's difficult with Rimworld because often you generate lots of characters, and they're never quite right, which is how life would be, I guess. And with this particular character, Calleia, Calleia, her construction's 12. Now I always kind of go for construction for speed, and mining she's got as well, which is pretty awesome. And she's known as a builder. As a child she was an industrial orphan and then became a construction engineer. She's incapable of intellectual, so research and cooking. Now that might be a bit of a problem. But we can go with things like berries and stuff like that, hopefully early on, which she doesn't need cooking. And then there probably will be someone who joins this band. We've got jogger, movement is improved. Brawler, doesn't like shooting. That's a bit of a problem for me. Transhumanist. Calleia feels limited in her feeble human body. She often dreams of being enhanced by artificial body parts. So that's something we're going to look at doing. We will use Calleia, and I suspect we'll get new people involved very soon. Hopefully someone with cooking, because that is a weakness. Okay, let's get this started. It was supposed to be a minor surgery, just an hour under anaesthetic. You felt totally safe. Now you've woken inside a drop pod, punched through the atmosphere of a distant Rimworld. Aside from a slick of mysterious goo all over your body, you are totally naked, with no preparation, no supplies, and no tools. Can you survive? Okay, let's have a little brief overview here, because there's a wolf very close. Right, let's just pause it. Have a little look. I'm going to get the game going, get a base build up, and just talk you through what I've done when I do that. But we've got some mountain, that's good. Looks pretty good. We've got forest, we've got lots of trees, we've got some berries going in here. Yep. It's spring. Got trees to cut down. Gonna make some wooden structures. And I suspect, yeah, there's not as much mountain as I'd hoped. But we've got animals aplenty, it would seem. And then we're just going to have to do some deep core drilling if we want to get lots of minerals and metals and such. But we'll just have to strip these back and have a look at what we've got there. But in the short term, Calleia, we've got some wild heel root here as well. This timber wolf is a bit of a problem for me. We've got just stuff down here. This is kind of background stuff. That's new. I don't recognise these here. I'm going to point out things that for me are new. They may not be new for you, but if you've got any additional information, you see I'm not doing stuff, just add it down below. Alright, I'm going to get it going and then I'll report back. Okay, it's early days. We've already had a bit of a disaster. Calleia's health. She has frostbite in her left second toe and in her left little toe. Now, I hadn't anticipated how cold it would be in the zone during spring, and it's pretty cold out there. It's minus 15, so we'll have to see how we deal with that. But we've managed to get this little shack put up. There were some berries nearby which I picked. Not a lot of these berry bushes are ready for harvest yet, unfortunately. There's one down there, and then we have to go further afield. I've restricted her to this little shack for the moment. We haven't even made the bed. She's got a sleeping mat here. Not ideal. And then we're going to cut some more wood down and see whether we can keep this going. We've got two little stockpiles going, a dump zone and a stockpile, and we have Mr. Timberwolf. In fact, it's a her, age 2, living very near us, which strikes fear into my heart because it feels like death is awaiting us in the form of a Timberwolf. But let's see how we go. Okay, so I feel particularly lucky. The Timberwolf, which we've now called Brew, has self-tamed just a moment ago. That seems like a really positive sign. I've built a wooden tailor bench, and bizarrely there was a drop of Mega Sloth wool, and this is going to enable me to make a parka, so I'm going to do that virtually next. So that looks really positive. I found some more berry bushes over this side. Calleia is surviving. She gets hypothermia every day. She's got malnutrition and she's shivering, so we really need to sort out what the food situation. But at the moment it's quite difficult, so we're just going to see how it goes. Okay, so we're at a impasse. This situation here was really difficult to get to, but thankfully I've managed to make a Mega Sloth wool parka and the pants. So the unhappy nudity has gone, and she's now dealing with the temperature, because this particular parka can deal with really low temperatures because of the wool. It's so insulating, so that's really cool. We've still only got the little shack, and I'm picking off the land at the moment. So there's a rabbit over here I'm going to send her to get that's died. Problem is, I don't really want to take any risks. If she gets injured, then that's going to be really bad. She won't necessarily deal with it, and we need to expand these rooms out, get some heat going in this storage area here, and then get a good supply of wood together, and then we want to put some crops down. And it's getting to that stage now. It's starting to heat up just a little bit, and we should be able to start growing stuff soon. And we've also got Brew, the Brouhaha, and he needs to be trained up so that he can protect Calleia, which could be key if we get attacked. So that's where we're at the moment. Just grabbing that hair. Look at her. Desperate. And we're trying to find bushes with berries. That's the thing that's been keeping her alive. So let's see how we go. Okay, so the base has come on quite far now. it just kind of exploded in a matter of a few days. So what I've done is we've mined out some metal, some steel down here, and that's enabled us to start to put some power sources in. But of course there was a big flaw in my plan originally. Calleia, she hasn't got any research, so she can't research batteries, which is what you need to store your energy naturally. But I hadn't realised with this latest version that you didn't get it automatically as you do with every other patch update. So we're struggling here with that. But then a pod landed, crashed, and a person called Tate he happens to be a chef, also was there. Now, he's capable of most things, which is excellent. So what we're going to do with him is he's going to do some research, although it's only one, so it's going to be slow. But once we get the battery down, it's going to make the base much more viable. You can see that it was expanding out. I'm putting in a fridge here so our food doesn't go off, and we're always going to battle with food. But the potatoes are coming on nicely, and you can see here they are 61% grown there, and I've got another little field over there as well. Hopefully that'll keep us going. Calleia doesn't have a bed because of Tate here, but we're going to make sure we're going to build the bed now, get that done, and so she's got somewhere to sleep. And now her construction is really good, so when she makes stuff, she makes it well, which actually does affect how these little bodies exist in the game. If they're sleeping on an excellent bed, it makes all the difference. So we have here Tate. He is still a prisoner. His health, he's recovered from some vicious injuries. He was an hour away from death, and now he's back on the. He's mended and he's wandering around. And Calleia is trying to convince him to join the clan. Now his bio is okay. His cooking is good. He's enthusiastic about that. He can do lots of things, as I was saying before. And hopefully we'll recruit him soon. We'll make this into his bedroom, and we'll move the small bed over here and make a cell so we can capture other people. Now we have harvested the ambrosia, which is like a drug, and we did give some to Tate. I don't think it's addictive, but it's highly valuable, so we're going to keep it there. Hopefully be able to trade it. We need to get some lights into here, and we're going to need to get Tate doing some research in the room here, which batteries is obviously going to be a priority. Calleia's harvesting all these potatoes. I'm going to put those in. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough for 2 people, so we're just going to have to put some more crops out, get her growing some more crops. Okay, one of the biggest problems we're going to face being in a forest is fire. This could spread. Calleia is thankfully dealing with it. Hopefully she doesn't get too close to it all, because you get burns, and she's got no way of healing herself because she's on her own. But this looks like we've dealt with this fire. Now over to the right here, I've become very conscious of the fact that I am quite vulnerable. I can't make weapons at the moment because I can't research, so I'm making this kill box down here where I can go in here, and anybody who attacks is going to have to come through these traps to get at me unless they break the wall. I don't know whether this is going to work yet. This idea just occurred to me, so this is something that we'll have to test out. We'll just have to see. I might have to expand it out, put more traps on it. Calleia, what are you doing? Come down here and prioritise cutting some of this wood for me. My dog has got the flu again, my timber wolf, brouhaha. But I've got these other crops lined up. I've got some rice, got some corn, more potatoes coming on. We've got 100 potatoes left, so we need more food source. Anyway, see how we go. Okay, so we've had a few things happen. I've expanded out the kill box, if you like, the safe box. But we've had a cold snap, and look, my crops, they're all dying in the cold, which is really bad. It's -16 outdoors, not surprisingly. They're all dying. I've got to put some heaters in, or some, probably put a heater in here actually, because we're in September, so it's fall things are getting colder. It's not looking great, to be honest. Got to get some kind of research going. The prisoner is still resistant to Calleia. She's obviously not very convincing, but he should break soon and then join in, and then he can do some research. We get the batteries going. It's really holding us back, that research element. Just one little thing like that really can affect the game. Okay, so at last we've managed to recruit Tate to the clan. We've got to give it a name. Devotion Hamlet, randomise. I'm going to randomise these a little bit. Thara, Styles, Tarpitwell. I like Tarpitwell. Since it looks like you were here for a while, Calleia thinks that you should give the faction a name. What should a faction be called? Ue. The Forstian Human-like Covenant. Lanua. This is going to be simple. Of the settlement of Tarpitwell. The Lanua of Tarpitwell. Let's go with that. I'm happy with that. So the new recruit, let's have a look. He has got this bed here. Let's assign it to Tate the chef. We're building bedside tables as well at the moment. Tate, where are you? He's harvesting down here. Okay. This all seems fine. We've got the heaters in there as well. It's still a cold snap, so nothing's growing, which is a nightmare. So we're harvesting some of these bushes. Okay, so we're at a pivotal stage here. It looks like we could be established. Hopefully nothing serious happens. Haven't had any raids yet. We'll have a look at that next episode, because I think we'll leave it there for the moment. And I hope you've enjoyed this so far. I'm going to be covering this as it grows and grows and grows, putting them on my second YouTube channel. And don't forget, there's also other coverage on my main YouTube channel. So if you don't mind clicking the like button, that would be great. And then even more awesome would be if you can follow the channel. So subscribing at the button below, that would be awesome. In fact, there should be a little thing on the screen here now. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next episode.